there, single lady. I am so glad to be able to come and to share with you today. So what I'm going to talk with you about today is why you should date or go out with the man that you like but who doesn't make you swoon. Now maybe you're thinking, really? Like that doesn't sound very exciting, but it is really exciting, and I'm going to explain why. So Ted Houston, he's a professor at the University of Texas at Austin. He says that marriages that start on this romantic bliss high and with real high intensity are particularly divorce prone because an intensity like that cannot be maintained. And as you can imagine, this can cause big problems when that romantic intensity that cannot be maintained collides with an expectation that it should be maintained or that it should last forever. In reality, studies show that this high intensity that sometimes relationships start with only lasts up to 3 years. So it's problematic when a woman believes that it must be true love because she has a strong attraction for a man. And when this happens, she can be in danger of being disappointed when later on that infatuation dies. I've seen this happen over and over and over again, even with women who are older. So emotional and physical intensity at the beginning of a relationship are absolutely no guarantee that a relationship is good or that two people should be together. So there's a woman, her name's Patricia Love the name Love, and she wrote a book called The Truth About Love. And in this book, a man named Dr. Houston notes that happier couples don't consider the end of this infatuation period like some sort of crushing blow, but instead they just look at it as a natural progression or a natural transition from romantic relationship that they started with to a working partnership. And he also says that a lot of couples begin as friends and then later on they add romantic love to their bond, and that's what happened to my husband and I. So what does this mean for you? So what it means is that I encourage you to consider going out with a guy who is your good friend or who could become your good friend. So you should date the guy that you respect, the guy that you admire, the guy that you really enjoy being with. You should date the guy who likes you for you and who doesn't try to change your personality. You should date the guy that you trust and the one who makes you laugh, the one who gets you, the one that you feel at home with. So granted, like this high level of intensity won't last, but the things that I just mentioned can when they are nurtured in a good relationship. So sometimes when I tell women this, they ask me, okay, Shanna, so what? Shouldn't I be attracted to him? Yeah, you should have some attraction. When I talk to women about considering dating a friend, it is possible that you don't have to have this really high intensity over here, and it shouldn't be a yuck over on this side. It can be something in the middle. So sure, there has to be some attraction. You shouldn't ever date someone that you're not physically attracted to at all, or that you don't find physically desirable at all. That would be unwise. But you don't have to be physically blown away by a man. He doesn't have to make you swoon or make your heart go pitter-patter. It doesn't have to be like the movies for a relationship to be really great, really awesome, and give you a whole lot of joy and love in your heart for the long run. So culture and our culture and films and books and conversations with our girlfriends have taught us to value the idealism of intense romance above all. And we believe that if we're connected to this intense rush of physical chemistry, that means a relationship is going to last, and that hasn't served us well when it comes to finding lasting love. So I mentioned that my husband and I, that we started out as friends, and we were in the category of just buds. And when we first met, we weren't interested in each other romantically, but we really did enjoy each other. We enjoyed talking with each other. And then what happened was turned into deep respect and admiration, which then turned into romantic love. And there was all kinds of fun mixed in there, and we just loved being with each other. I really respected him, and he respected me, and so we had a great foundation for a great relationship. And I knew it was a safe and healthy relationship when Clark liked me for me, and I liked him for him, and and we just accepted each other as we were. My husband told me that he loved me as a friend before he loved me as a girlfriend, and I've told him that being married to your best friend is a total awesome thing. It's the total bomb, right? So because we started out as friends, I was really able to get away from the pressure that you sometimes feel in a relationship that's just charged with all this emotional intensity. I didn't have a certain set of expectations for him, and he didn't for me. We just accepted each other. And so what happened was there wasn't a whole lot of like drama in our relationship. There was just a lot of emotional safety. And I remember one time he came to visit me in Atlanta, and he pulled into the parking lot where I lived. I went out to his car, I got in the car, and all of a sudden I started to cry. And he said, "What's wrong?" And I said, "Well, you just feel like home to me." Wouldn't that be great to have someone that just feels like home to you? And over time, our love has grown, and I seriously cannot imagine anyone being a better match for me. And every single day, I am so, so thankful that I have him in my life, and so, so grateful that I chose to marry someone who is my good friend, right? There wasn't all this, but it just felt safe and comfortable and good, right? It was just an awesome, healthy relationship. So I'm not saying, again, I want to say, I'm not saying that you shouldn't date someone that you have zero attraction for, right? Or that you don't like being with, or someone you cannot imagine being sexually intimate with. So that would be really unwise. And don't try to make someone into a date or a mate with whom your values don't match and your interests aren't compatible. So that's really a recipe for disaster too. But what I am suggesting is that you consider going out with men who you don't automatically think, wow, you know, he's the one, or oh my gosh, that guy is so hot. Go out with a guy who at first glance doesn't seem like your type. Give that guy a chance. Now you might be thinking, but I don't want to do that because I don't want to end up in something that's not good, or I don't want to settle. Remember that you're in control of your dating and relationship life, and no one can force you into a relationship. So what I want to encourage you is just to take it slow, right? Be able to say no if you're not like thinking this is good. Go out with a guy who you really like but who doesn't make you swoon. Because here's the thing, it could totally end up in a happy ending. So rather than get all caught up in how a particular guy makes you feel because of romance or because of physical chemistry, ask yourself, do I just really, really like being with this person a lot? Like, do I just really enjoy their company? You might find that a guy that you hadn't previously considered to be a very good match for you could make you deeply happy, and you could make him deeply happy too. So again, just go out there and try something, or try going out with someone that maybe you hadn't previously considered. You might find that someone could be a really, really great match for you. All right, remember that I'm rooting for you, and that the dream that you have to love and be loved is possible. And if you haven't yet, I have another online dating challenge coming up. So head on over to singleover30.net/challenge with Shanna. Again, that's singleover30.net/challenge with Shanna, and you can sign up for free. All right, see you there. Bye-bye.